What's up, everybody? It's Quinn here. So today we're going to read about Thoth the Atlantean and the Emerald Tablets, alright? So just a quick rundown. Thoth is supposedly a character from Egyptian mythology, and he also makes ways into Greek mythology where he is known as Hermes Trismegistus. But in the Egyptian mythologies, he's known as Thoth the Atlantean. So he wrote down some tablets with some knowledge and whatnot on it, and we're gonna dive into that. Sorry if I seem a little aggressive. This is about the 5th time I've tried to record this. I keep stuttering and like messing it up. Usually I just cruise right on through them. I don't know, but I'm gonna get it this time. I'm determined. So let's do this. All right, here we go. I, Thoth the Atlantean, master of mysteries, keeper of the records, mighty king, magician, living from generation to generation, being about to pass into the halls of Amenti, sat down for the guidance of those that have come after, these records of the mighty wisdom of the great Atlantis. In the great city of Caor, on the island of Undal, in a time far past, I began this incarnation, not as the little men of the priest age did. The mighty ones of Atlantis live and die, but rather from aeon to aeon did they renew their life in the halls of Amenti, where the river of life flows eternally onward. Let's scroll down here. 100 times 10 have I descended into the dark way that led into the light, and as many times have I ascended from the darkness to the light. My strength and power were renewed. Now for a time I descend, and the men of Kim is ancient Egypt, shall know me no more. But in a time yet unborn will I rise again, mighty and potent, requiring an accounting of those left behind me. Then beware, O man of Kim, if ye have falsely betrayed my teachings, for I shall cast you down from your high estate into the darkest of the caves from whence you came. Betray not my secrets to the men of the north or the men of the south, lest my curse fall upon you. Remember and heed my words, for surely I will return again, and require of thee that which ye guard. I, even from beyond time, and from beyond death will I return, rewarding or punishing, as you have requited your truest. Great were my people in the ancient days, great beyond the concept of the little people now around me, knowing wisdom of old, seeking far than the light, than the heart of infinity, knowledge that belonged to the earth's youth. Wise were the wisdom of the children of light who dwelt among us, strong were we with the power drawn from the eternal fire. And of all these greatest among them, children of men, was my father, Thoth, keeper of the great temple, link between the children of light who dwelt within the temple and the races of men who inhabited the 10 islands. Alright. Mouthpiece after the 3 of the dweller of Unal, speaker to the kings with the voice that must be obeyed. Grew I there from a child into manhood, being taught by my father the elder mysteries, until in time there I grew within the fire of wisdom, with the voice that must be obeyed. Alright, hold on, let me scroll down. Not desired I, but the attainment of wisdom, until on a great day the command came from the dweller of the temple that I be brought before him. Few there were among the children of men who looked upon the mighty face and lived, for not as the sons of men are the children of light when they are not incarnate in a physical body. Chosen was I from the sons of men, taught by the dweller so that his purposes might be fulfilled, purposes yet unborn in the womb of time. Long ages I dwelt in the temple, learning ever and yet ever more wisdom, until I too approached the light emitted from the great fire. Taught me he the path to Amenti, the underworld where the great king sits upon his throne of might. Deep I bowed in homage before the lords of life and the lords of death, receiving as my gift to the key of life. Free was I of the halls of Amenti, bound not to the death of the circle of life. Far from the stars I journeyed until space and time became as naught. Then, having drunk deep of the cup of wisdom, I looked into the hearts of men, and there found I greater mysteries, and was gladdened. For only in the search for truth could my soul be stilled, and the flame within be quenched. Down through the ages I lived, seeing those around me taste the cup of death and return again in the light of life. Gradually from the kingdoms of Atlantis passed waves of consciousness that had been one with me, only to be replaced by spawn of a lower star. In obedience to the law, the word of the Master grew into flower. Downward into the darkness turned the thoughts of the Atlanteans, until at last the wrath arose from Agwanti, the dweller. The word has no English equivalent. It means state of detachment, speaking the word, calling the power. Deep in the earth's heart. Water time. Sorry, y'all. Getting dry. Deep in the earth's heart. Heart, not hearts. Deep in the earth's heart, the sons of Amenti heard, and hearing, directing, changing the flow of fire. And that fire that burns eternally, changing and shifting, using the Logos until the great fire changed its direction. Over the world then broke the great waters, drowning and sinking, changing earth's balance, until only the temple of light was left, standing on the great mountain on Undal, still rising out of the water. Called to me then the Master, saying, Gather ye together my people, take them by the arts ye have learned, afar across the waters, until you reach the land of the hairy barbarians, dwelling in the caves of the desert. Follow the plan that you know of. Gathered my people. I then gathered my people and entered the great ship of the Master. Upwards we rose into the morning. Dark beneath us lay the temple. Suddenly over it rose the waters, vanishing from the earth, until time appointed was the great temple. First we fled towards the sun of the morning, until beneath us lay the land of the children of Kim. Raging, they came at us with cudgels and spears, lifted in anger, seeking to slay and utterly destroy the sons of Atlantis. Then I raised my staff, and I directed a ray of vibration, striking them still in their tracks as fragments of stones on the mountain. Then I spoke to them in words calm and peaceful, telling them of the might of Atlantis, saying that we were children of the sun and its messengers. Cowed I them by my display of magic science, until at my feet groveled when I released them. Long dwelt we in the land of Kim, long and yet long again, until obeying the commands of the Master, who, while sleeping, yet lives eternally, I sent for me the sons of Atlantis. I sent them in many directions, so that from the womb of time there would be wisdom, and that wisdom might rise again in her children. Long times did I dwell in the land of Chem, doing great works by the wisdom within me. Upwards I grew into the light of knowledge. The children of Chem, watered by the rains of my wisdom, blasted I then a path to Amenti, so that I might retain my powers, living from age to age, a son of Atlantis, keeping the wisdom, preserving the records. Great few the sons of Chem, conquering the people around them, growing slowly upwards in a soul force. Now for a time I go from among them into the dark halls of Amenti, deep in the halls of the earth, before the lords of power, face to face once again with the dweller. Raised I high over the entrance, a doorway, a gateway leading down to Amenti. Few there would be within courage to dare it. Few past the portal to dark Amenti. Raised over the passage, I, a mighty pyramid, using the power that overcomes earth's force and gravity. Deep and yet deeper, a place I force house, a chamber. From it carved a circular passage, reaching almost to the great summit. There in the apex sat I, the crystal, sending the ray into the time-space, drawing the force out of the ether, concentrating upon the gateway to Amenti. There in the apex sat I, the crystal, sending the ray into time-space, drawing the force out of the ether, and concentrating another gateway to Amenti. Other chambers I built and left vacant to the all-seeming, yet hidden within them are the keys to Amenti. He who in courage would dare the dark realms, let him be purified first by long fasting. Life in the sarcophagus of stone in my chamber, then reveal I to him the great mysteries. Soon shall he follow to where I shall meet him, even in the darkest earth shall I meet him. I, Thoth, Lord of wisdom, meet him and hold him and dwelt with him always. Builded I the great pyramid, patterned after the pyramid of earth force, burning eternally so that it too may remain throughout the ages. In it I builded my knowledge of magic science so that I might be here when again I return from Amenti. I, while I slept in the halls of Amenti, my soul roaming, free will incarnate, dwell among men in this form or another, Hermes the thrice-born. Emissary on earth am I the dweller, fulfilling his commands so many might be lifted. Now return I to the halls of Amenti, leaving behind me some of my wisdom. Preserve ye and keep ye the command of the dweller. Lift ever upwards your eyes forwards to the light. Surely in time ye are one with the Master. Surely by right ye are one with the Master. Surely by right ye are one with all. Now I depart from you. Surely by the right you are the one within the Master, and we are all one within all. Now I depart again. Know my commandments, keep them and be them, and I will be with you, helping and guiding you into the light. Now before me opens a portal. Go I down into the darkness of night. That's pretty cool. So that was the first tablet, and that was a lot. This is very reminiscent of, like, it seems very like proto, like, Abrahamic religions. Like, this is very old. A lot of the stuff, I think that they probably originally, this probably influenced a lot of, like, earlier religions and stuff, if I had to guess. There's a lot of common themes that I see in this mythology along with other mythologies as well. A really cool common link I noticed is from my favorite mythology, Norse mythology, Odin. You know, he's the god of wisdom. And here we got another god of wisdom, Thoth. And they are very similar. They want to lift people up, empower people through knowledge, magic. It's a reoccurring theme in mythology that one should seek, whether God, human, or ever, one should seek to always better themselves, to learn and also to teach. Because what is the good of knowledge if you don't share it, if you don't teach other people. If you keep it all to yourself or use it for nefarious purposes, like, it's just not cool. It's not a good move, not the vibe. But yeah, that's the first tablet. I really like these a lot, so I'm gonna do a part 2 again tomorrow, read another tablet. This is the very first one, but I don't want to do this thing for an hour. I'll lose my mind. I'm already like stuttering, messing words up. It can be tough, but we did a good job together, chat. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Come back tomorrow, check out my shorts that I will be posting, and we'll do the second part of the Emerald tablets together, alright? You know how it goes, you know the deal. Stay healthy, wealthy, and wise. Much love. Peace out, y'all. Thank you.